welcome to Inside Lake Forest. I'm Eileen Looby, your host, and today we're visiting Francesca's Intimo, located here on Western Avenue between the Deer Path Inn and Lake Forest Flowers. We're going to be meeting Tony and Colleen. Let's step inside. Manager here at Francesca's
Correct.
Intimo. Excellent. Tony, tell me a little bit about the restaurant. When did you open up?
Well, we opened a little less than 10 years ago.
Okay.
Great community. We had the idea of being a small, intimate restaurant, hence the name Intimo, serving upscale, casual Italian dining.
Great.
We've got a captive audience. We've got a great patio outdoors. That's a real hit in the summertime as well. But it's a nice, small, trattoria-style Italian restaurant. Seats about 93 in the inside, but great homemade, freshly prepared food, great wine list, and superbly friendly staff as well.
Excellent. Well, I know we're going to taste some food, but I'd love to talk a little bit about your hours first.
Sure.
When does the restaurant open for lunch, dinner?
Lunch is open every day at 11:30.
Okay.
We don't open for lunch on Friday and Saturday, but we do open for special events, private events, showers, wedding receptions, those sort of things. Open at 11:30 for lunch. We do not close between lunch and dinner.
Okay.
And then dinner typically starts around 4 o'clock. Open until 9 on weeknights, 10 o'clock on weekends, and then 9 o'clock on Sunday as well.
Well, I know from my experience dining here, make a reservation because you guys are hopping.
Well, it's not that, it's pretty easy to fill up,
Okay.
but yes, it gets, we would certainly recommend for a Friday or Saturday to call earlier in the week.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about the menu before we step up and take a look at some items.
Very unique menu. I've been in food service for a long time. I've been a chef most of my life as well. And what I can say about the Francesca's family of restaurants is that they really took a unique approach to the menus. They're all handwritten menus. They're very kinetic. There's a lot of moving pieces. They change every 2 weeks, which really gives the chef a chance to kind of flex his culinary muscle. They get to do things differently from 1 week to the next, but the ingredients are always fresh, and it gives our guests something to look forward to the next time they come in. Rather than coming back for the same thing over and over again, which is always an option, they can try new things. Despite the menu being handwritten and it changing every 2 weeks, anybody who wants anything to eat, we'll make it for them. I mean, we're not limited by just a handwritten menu. Anything they want to eat, within reason, we'll make it for them.
Some of those staples, that penne pomodoro, those lentils that you have, some of those I know I have friends who every time they've got to have it.
Absolutely. And people know what they want, and sometimes people come to to a restaurant to eat the same thing over and over again, and that's perfectly fine too. And it's consistently good.
Tony, I'd love to go and sample some food. So let's take a step up and meet Colleen.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Colleen and Tony, thanks so much for preparing this wonderful spread for us. Colleen, welcome to the show, one of the managers here also.
I am.
Can you start with the dish on the end and talk to me about what it is?
Sure, this is pasta fagottaro. This is basically a linguine pasta. Very simple preparation. That's what's so beautiful about Italian food is that it's not fussy. It's just simple preparation with quality ingredients. Quite simply, it's a pasta that's tossed with a little bit of olive oil, some fresh herbs, and then a kind of a raw tomato sauce, basically a crude tomato sauce that's served cold on top of the warm pasta. Then we top it with a little bit of fresh mozzarella cheese.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
certainly smells delicious. And how about this dish here?
This is actually a grouper. We just got this in today, really fresh Pacific grouper, and we're doing another preparation, using great ingredients at their peak. So we've got some golden and red tomatoes, just chopped with a little bit of balsamic. The fish is quite simply seared on a flat top, and just bright flavors, just very clean, not laden with heavy sauces, just very simple preparation.
Wonderful. And a classic salad here?
The Francesca salad.
Okay.
It is one of the most popular ordered items. People love it here. Beautiful flavors, great color, and everything is as fresh as it possibly can come. Super crunchy and an amazing salad, topped off with wonderful blue cheese.
Yum.
The only salad dressing that we make in batches is our Caesar dressing. Every other salad dressing is made when the salad's ordered. So it's all made, a la minute. So just keeps it fresh and very clean.
Wonderful. And probably, like you said, just tossed right away onto the plate and to the table.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, how about this carpaccio?
Carpaccio. You want the short story or the long story of
The
carpaccio?
long story. It looks amazing.
Carpaccio was invented at Harry's Bar in Venice, Italy. And there was a visiting member of royalty who had a diet prohibiting her from eating cooked meat. So they took what was called a shell of beef, or kind of like an inside round, but they sliced it very thin, fanned it out onto the plate, and they drizzled kind of an aioli mayonnaise on it, and that's what she ate. And they did it in homage to a famous Italian painter named Carpaccio, who, as part of his medium, used a lot of reds and whites. So that's how it got its origin. But a very popular dish, thinly sliced raw beef, dressed with a little bit of arugula, some shaved Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. We've also got some sliced mushrooms, and that's it. It's just very simply prepared.
Like a few capers maybe
Capers,
here,
yeah.
and a little tomato for color.
Exactly.
Wonderful. And this on the end, I have to, and I know that Luke will get a close-up, but this is really a fabulous looking pizza.
That's the Quattro Stagioni. Very popular pizza, and that's actually prepared tableside. As you can see, you've got some prosciutto di Parma, you've got artichokes, you've got some olives in there as well, and then we crack an egg right on a raw egg, and then send it into the oven. So it just glazes the top of that egg, and then when we bring it to the table, we cut it into it and spread the egg all over the pizza, and it kind of cooks from the heat of the pizza.
Wow.
But Quattro Stagioni means 4 seasons in Italian.
Fancy. In terms of the meals, like we talked about, the restaurant simply designed so that the food can stand on its own, and yet your food is very simply prepared, but yet fresh and obviously enjoyable because you've been around for just about 10 years now in town.
That's right. That's right. Just about 10 years, and that's really what it is. We think that, people are way more forgiving about an overcooked or undercooked piece of meat than they are about bad service. So it's not only the passion that we put into the preparation of the food, but the passion that we have for service as well. I think that's what makes us unique, is that our service team are just so dedicated to what they do, and they've been around forever. They're almost like local celebrities in their own right, because everybody knows them. They've seen, our staff have seen these families grow up and seen their kids grow up, and we've hosted baby showers, and we've hosted first communions, and then we see them going into high school, and it's what kind of really makes it worthwhile to come in every day. Combination of the food and just great people that we get to serve and the great people we get to work with.
Wonderful. Colleen, can you comment about your takeout menu also? Is everything available for takeout?
Everything is available for takeout. They request that we don't do carpaccio to take out because can't really have raw meat open like that for too long. But for certain occasions we can work something out. Takeout is one of the most, this is a terrible thing for me to say, people love to do that instead of dining in. People much prefer to come and take all their favorite things home and have their own flatware, their own everything, and not have to worry about the hustle and bustle in such a small, quaint area. So it's really a wonderful thing, and you can have anything on the takeout menu. And we have a catering menu as well.
Great.
And we can do catering options, and we go through our party events coordinator for things like that. Her name is Sherry Nism, and she's wonderful, and she's very hands-on and loves to work with you to make a party great and handle catering orders specifically.
Wonderful, thank you. So not only can you make a reservation, you can stop in, but you can order over the phone, come in, pick it up, and have a hot, wonderful meal at home too.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to turn the interview over to Robert, who's our correspondent, and he's going to ask you a few more questions.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me here today, Tony.
My pleasure, Robert. Thank you.
I couldn't get over the look of your store. Just coming in, I was so impressed by it. How does that shape the customer's experience while coming into your store?
Well, I think it's a great question. Atmosphere is really everything, and it is a small environment, but you have to have these unique features that I think really make it memorable. It really kind of sticks out in people's minds. The unique woodwork on the ceiling also gives it kind of an intimate trattoria type feel that is reminiscent of nice trattoria restaurants in Italy. So it is a very important element.
Yeah, I thought just walking in, it was one of the things I just noticed right away. But so over the years, you mentioned that you have a lot of families. You see them grow up. They shop. They come here a lot. And you get to know them pretty well. What are some meals you prepare for them, or is there anything that they order more than others when they come here?
People have their favorites. I mean, there are certainly dishes that are more popular than others. But really, I think that our guests are nice because they'll come in and try everything on the menu at least once. I've only been here a short while. I just joined the Francesca's team in February, so I'm pretty new to the area. I can tell you this, though, that since about the end of March, when I did take over as the general manager, it's been wonderful getting to know the clientele here. They're very loyal to this place, and I'm afraid to say I'm kind of the new kid on the block, so I can tell you that the clientele's fantastic. They know what they like, great palates, people to get to know, very friendly, and it makes my job a lot easier.
So what makes Francesca's different from any other restaurant venue around town in Lake Forest?
Are there other restaurants in Lake Forest? I'm just kidding. You know, I'll tell you, I haven't eaten at every restaurant in Lake Forest yet, but I can tell you what I believe that's unique about Francesca's is just, it's basically the service. You know, I think it goes back to, I mean, anybody can, you know, slap a coat of paint on some walls and, you know, some neat design elements and have, you know, dramatic lighting and, you know, nice artwork on the walls. That's kind of the lowest common denominator for any restaurant. I think it's the passion that you go into every meal period, just knowing that you know, your passion is about giving great food, great service, and that's what we do. I'm not afraid to say we love what we do every day, and I think when that shines through day after day, I think it makes it a very unique restaurant.
So Tony, let's just say I'm a customer today, not an interviewer, not an interviewee. If I was looking for a great place to come to go to a restaurant just to eat and stuff, why would I choose Francesca's?
Because we give away free beer. No. No, why would you choose Francesca's? I don't know why you wouldn't choose Francesca's. Great value, great fresh food, very simply prepared. It's not fussy. It's just a very, very nice, warm environment. Great place to eat.
All right, Tony. Well, thank you for having me here today.
Thank you, Robert.
It was great being here at Francesca's.
You as well. You should eat here one of these days.
Oh, I'm thinking about it right now.
Good.
I'm getting kind of hungry.
Good.
Thank you for watching Inside Lake Forest. As you know, we've been at Francesca's Intimo today with Tony and Colleen. Fabulous food, great service, and a wonderful ambiance. I encourage you to stop into this Italian restaurant sometime soon.